everybody. I am very excited today because I have had a professional photographer fix my camera setting. So for the first time ever, if you're watching this, you're seeing a clear me. And I'm just so excited about that. And I'm actually up on a mountain in Pikeville, Tennessee. It's beautiful here. I mean, we're not gonna hit more than 72 degrees, and we're gonna go over to eat some cake, which is like #1 on my list right now because it's just what I'm craving. But go over to Falls Creek Falls State Park in, I guess is it in Pikeville? I'm not sure. But that's where we're headed today. It's just gonna be a beautiful day. This is where I parked the van last night. You can see it's been perfect. I have the air conditioner off and I have my screen window open on the van. I'm getting a little bit of solar, but not much because there's just a lot of tree coverage. But I am really excited to be out in the wilderness and just incredible. I met the best tacos last night. There were kidney beans with an al pastor seasoning and some fresh pineapple cut up by my friend Jeff. Can I say your name? We really enjoyed it. I made some rice in the Instant Pot, and what was really awesome is that Jeff was able to fix my stove and hopefully be able to use the old one because only one of the burners was cracked. The other one, which is an independent, turns on independently. And it made me really happy if he's able to use it up here at his camp, which is solar powered, and he's got like a water collection. I mean, he's off the grid completely up here, and he's living in a yurt, and he's gonna be building his own permanent structure up here on his land in Pikeville, which is super exciting and inspiring. But those tacos though, oh my gosh. It was just like an al pastor seasoning packet with some onion and garlic in the pan, sauteed with some avocado
really
oil.
good.
They were so good. And everything had pineapple flavor. So we made like pineapple pico de gallo with pineapple and fresh Roma organic tomatoes, some cilantro, lime. Everything had lime and pineapple in it.
Don't forget
and
the
even
guac.
the guacamole.
Oh yeah.
And now my refrigerator, which has the not airtight containers of the leftovers in it, which our guacamole is probably brown, but that's okay. There's enough lime juice in it that it's not gonna kill us. Brown guacamole is still good guacamole as long as it's not like a week old. But my whole refrigerator and my whole van, when you open the refrigerator, smells like the freshness of the salsas. So we'll probably buy some chips today since we're gonna run out of rice. I only made like a cup of rice in the Instant Pot, and I'm trying to conserve power. I'm still above 70. I think I'm at 75% battery, despite running the hot water heater, the Instant Pot. Haven't run the dishwasher yet. I've been charging batteries, like my camera battery. I ran the stove at 700 watts for just a little while to cook up the taco filling, and I'm still at 75% because I'm not running the air conditioner. And that is the biggest, it makes the biggest difference to not have the air conditioner on with your power. But it's so lovely out here. The wind is blowing through the trees. It's breezy, it's shady, and it's not humid at all. So we're officially out of Florida and I'm loving it. I'll be back soon with another update. So I think I've solved, the blurry face videos. So maybe more people will watch my videos because they're not blurry. It was a bunch of different settings in this fancy ass camera, but talk about the universe and manifesting being real. I met another Jeff. Jeffs are just awesome, what can I say? Hi to all the Jeffs that I know. It's just the second Jeff that I've met. On Bumble, I feel like I'm a serial Bumble dater, but I've stayed friends with so many people I've met on Bumble that it's unreal. And they have like the BFF feature too. And I always say to people that I chat with them, like, open to being friends too. You know, I don't like to force anything. I like to let what happens happen instead of trying to have expectations about it being a thing. And wonderful, wonderful friendships have blossomed out of that openness instead of, I mean, nothing ever good comes out of forcing. Ask me how I know. No, that's for a different video. So I've been up here at his land. It's in Pikeville, Tennessee, and it's up a mountain. And I will go up this mountain exactly one time. This is the only time that I will be here probably. But I'm really loving the area. We hung out yesterday just around Pikeville. I finally mailed off some stuff I needed to go to the post office for. Finally got it together. Went to the nice people at Pikeville. Pikeville, that's how they say it here. I finally mailed off some stuff and that felt really good. And ate lunch at this fantastic local place where they home make their bread. Not like Subway home make it, but they literally make it from scratch. And I had the best veggie sub. It was on this jalapeno cheddar bread. And it was a completely local place. There's only 7,000 people that live in Pikeville. And it was the best sandwich I've ever had and the best cheesecake. I had half a slice of this squaffle cheesecake that was the most amazing thing. Like the texture of the cheesecake was just sublime. It was more like pudding. Apparently it was like a secret recipe, but that's made from scratch too. And then we went to Fall Creek Falls, where there's a bunch of different waterfalls and swimming holes, and it's not hot enough to swim at all, but I can imagine really wanting to swim if it was hot out. So I'm in Fall Creek Falls, just outside of Pikeville. And it's hot. I have removed my sweatshirt. I forgot my sunglasses, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of some sunlight. And this is just part of what is here. I'm gonna split the camera. Just one of the Fall Creek Falls. In the summer, it's not so cold so you can swim in the water. But I'm really keen to make a land purchase here, not up the mountain, because there's plenty of land available on a mountain, but I mean, you cannot do much with this land unless you're willing to invest a bunch of money into clearing it. And I am not. And I really want to build a tiny house. So I have this idea of potentially selling my big house in Florida one day in the near future. Like even, oh, there's my Instant Pot, finally up to pressure. I'm trying to cook oatmeal. And it does this thing, oh, yellow jackets are, there's a yellow jacket in my van, but they're just looking for sweet things. They're not looking to bite me, so just let them look and just let them be, because there's nothing really sweet. I don't know if you can see this. Yellow jacket flying around my van. My Instant Pot. All right, I think it's gonna leave now. If it doesn't, oh well. Oh, he's back in the van. I am very distracted by this yellow jacket. Instant Pot's done. Ah, now it's like looking at my nails. It's looking at my nails because it might be a sweet flower. It's not though. Just don't bite me. It's just looking for food. I want to like throw an apple so it'll go eat that. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not there yet. Anyway, I love the idea of potentially selling my house in the near future and cashing out, because there's a lot of equity in that house, a lot of equity, and it would take me probably 20 years to make the money that's in equity if I were to keep it and rent it out. Unless I can find a long-term tenant that's willing to pay me what I want for the place, and that might require hiring a big-time real estate firm. And the bee is right next to my hand. I'm so nervous. Ah. It's a yellow jacket, it's not a bee. So I have a right to be nervous. I wouldn't be nervous if it were a bee, but oh my god, it's like right here. It's like right next to the camera. Go away. It's so hard to film when there's this predator around. Anyway, oh my gosh, I think it's done with me. A really experienced marketing firm that has access to clients that are specifically looking for what I have. In the past, when I worked with realtors, their strategy was to look at comps, and there is no comp for this house. There just isn't. If the house next door sells, that would possibly be a comp, but there's just so much customization in my house that you can't just look at comps and be like, yeah, okay, it's worth $10,000 a month. No, it's not. Like, that wouldn't even pay the bills if it were mortgaged for what it's actually worth versus what I actually owe on it. So I owe like $640,000 on it. But it's worth like 3 times that at least, not including everything that's in it, all the customizations. So that's kind of my thought process on, like, if I can find somebody to rent it for what would pay the bills and get me a profit every month, but also be in line with what the house is actually worth. And I think I need an experienced marketing firm, like, you know, the ones that are posting houses down on Park Avenue, Winter Park, and have access to international clients and know how to market this kind of stuff. And then potentially if the person renting it wants to buy it, then I could sell it through them too. But I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud about that. But then use that money to buy pieces of land and put tiny houses on all the pieces of land in places that I like. So not just Pikeville, Tennessee, but somewhere out in Arizona near Phoenix. I love Arizona. But as I travel around, I can, you know, have places in my favorite spots to just hang out and be and work on my business, so I can have the best of both worlds and not be tied down to the real estate in Florida. Especially because I wouldn't even, like, my 2 Airbnbs are super cute, but I would never stay there. So why not take the money out of those and put them into something that I would stay in? I mean, the cash flow is kind of nice, but it's not a lot, especially if I grow another business. So, and then I'm excited about that. I'm excited about creating again and having the mental space to do that. I love the idea of being able to coach people several times a month for like an affordable price. And I think if done well, if the education and coaching is balanced well and it's delivered well and there's accountability and follow-up and it's well structured, I think I can offer coaching to people for like $80 to $100 a month. I'm still figuring out logistics of that. I'm just gonna start with whoever wants to start, right? And build this thing and be myself and create what I would love to join, because there's so much out there that is just not quite right. And I've said even on these videos before that I crave community. So why am I saying I crave community and not building it? So hence why I am now working on building a community. I'm thinking of building my own app to create like an immersive experience for people who work with me. And if you're wondering how it's possible to like work with a coach for $80 a month, just watch, because this is the exciting part. With technology the way it is, with delivery systems the way they are now, what's available will blow your mind. It's blowing my mind. I mean, even since I created my first business 9 years ago, how far things have come, and things are quite affordable. Like, I'm not gonna be shelling out thousands of dollars a month for any kind of special software to be able to do what I want to do with people. It'll probably be less than $1,000 a month, if that. Like, that's a high estimate. Like, I would not want to pay $1,000 a month for any kind of software, but I would be comfortable if it was under that amount. So anyway, I am just pumped to be living my best life and loving where I am. You can I'm gonna spin the camera around so you can see. That is my friend Jeff's yurt. He's been living there for 2 months, and he's got like a campfire set up on the other side, and like all of this land is his, and he's got this whole road that leads up to it. So I've just been hanging out here, and I mean, I gotta be in Charlotte on Monday, and it's a Friday that I'm filming this, Friday afternoon. I gotta be in Charlotte on Monday morning because I'm meeting with a coach friend of mine just to catch up and see how things are going, and maybe even ask her if she'd want to work with me on my new platform that I'm creating. Exciting things. But then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I can do whatever I want, which I love. Like, it's the ultimate freedom, you guys. The ultimate freedom, and that's like what I'm after, is what I'm wanting to chase and create more of and help people create more of. It all starts within here. So that's why I'm here sharing all of what's in here with y'all as it all comes to life.